This is Anusha. Today I am going to cover a project related to AtliQ hardware technologies. This project is a part of Code Basics Data Analysis project. I chose this project because the data is a real-time data and it covers all important domains of the business. So first we'll start with the organizational profile. AtliQ is a hardware company which manufactures electronic hardware items. It has operations all over the globe. And AtliQ hardware is recognized for delivering cutting edge technologies. The problem statement is, in a dynamically growing market, AtliQ Hardware's leadership struggles to get a unified view of business performance due to fragmented spreadsheet-based reporting across regions and functions. The objective would be to develop a comprehensive interactive Power BI report with a homepage linking to different views for unified business monitoring. Coming to the data overview, the transactional data is initially captured and stored by software engineers in a MySQL OLTP. Later, the data engineers extract and transform this raw information into an analysis-ready format. And a detailed data catalog containing the important information is shared with data analysts who further clean, model and visualize the data to deliver actionable business insights. So before going to the Power BI dashboard, these are the things to be noted. The actual and forecast figures are sourced from the company's MySQL database and are refreshed in Power BI on the 5th working day of every month. The targets, operational expenses and the market share data are updated on demand. And in the data, the company's fiscal year begins each year in September. So before the data I used in Power BI, I have cleaned the data and also created a date table. I validated the data against benchmark numbers to make sure that the data is loaded correctly for further transformations. I built a transaction table with all the necessary columns for the dashboard. I have modeled the data using Snowflake schema, and finally I have optimized the file size using DAX Studio to improve the performance and reduce the file size. So this is the home page I have created. You can see different links to different views and there is a brief description of what is covered in the views. So first we'll go through the dashboard. So in all the dashboards I have used this following filters which we will discuss. This is the fiscal year filter. You can see 2018, 19, 20, 21. 2022 is the estimated data. Till 2021 it is the actual data. And you can see the quarter filters. Quarter filters will narrow the data to a specific quarter to track seasonal trends. And here we have a filter like year to do and year to go, which will give you the performance between what have we achieved so far and what is remaining to achieve. There is another filter which is last year versus target. It compares the current performance against last year and against business targets. These above filters are built using time intelligence DAX functions, allowing users to dynamically explore and analyze performance across different time perspectives for deeper time-based insights into the data. And the slicers I have used, you can see, I have used the segment product slicer in case if the user wants to understand the product level performance. It will help the product managers or category heads to look at that data. And I have given the region and market or the customer country slicer to facilitate the regional managers and sales directors to go to the data of their relevance, and then the customer slicer it will allow the key account managers or sales executive to analyze the metrics and support personalized sales strategies. And here are the navigation buttons which will help you to quickly navigate through the reports for seeing the data in different roles. First, we'll go through the finance view. So in finance view, I have highlighted the core financial KPIs and the trend visuals and variance analysis with respect to last year and targets. This finance view, I made sure it will give CFOs and finance teams to some concise snapshot of profitability, cost structure and overall financial health. So in the finance view, you can see we have a detailed breakdown of profit and loss metrics. So we'll go through one by one all the metrics and why I have included it. So the gross sales, initial gross sales is the gross price into the quantity, and then after that we are getting the net invoice sales, which is the gross sales subtracted by pre-invoice deduction. So the pre-invoice deduction is are the incentives or discounts given to customers to encourage to make the purchase. And there are post-invoice deductions and post-invoice other deductions, which I have totaled and subtracted it from net invoice sales to get the final net sales. Net sales is a very important financial metric which refers to the total revenue of a company that generates from selling goods after accounting for deductions. So here you can see the breakdown. There is a gross sales, there is the deduction, and after the gross sale is subtracted from pre-invoice, we got the net invoice, and then from the net invoice we have subtracted the whole post deductions and we got the net sales. And from the net sales, we have the manufacturing cost, freight cost and the other costs which we have added to get the total COGS. So we have subtracted the net sales from the total COGS to get the ultimate gross margin amount. The gross margin represents the profitability of a company before accounting for operating expenses. Here we have taken the manufacturing and the other costs into consideration, but in gross margin we have not yet taken the operating expenses. So here I have calculated the gross margin per unit also to understand how much profit is made per each unit. So after gross margin is calculated, from another table we have the total operational expenses, that is the ads and promotions and the other operational expenses. And after deducting this operational expense from gross margin, then we get the ultimate net profit. Net profit is the amount of money a company retains after all expenses and taxes and costs. So this is the detailed breakdown of the metrics I have used. So now here you can see the trend chart of different metrics. So whatever you get to select here, that is reflected here. Like previously it is the net sales performance over time. When nothing is selected, we are giving the net sales, which is the ultimate metric. But if we want to understand any other metric, if we select here, then that metric trend will be shown here month by month for the given fiscal year. So here I have selected freight cost, so it is giving the freight cost performance over time. And here I have selected the quarter 3, so you can see the quarter 3 performance is showing the trend chart, and even the numbers are reflecting the quarter 3 numbers. And next I have selected the year to YTD filter, and you can see the performance. And here I have given the products, the segment and products versus with the help of net sales. And here the net sales I have given with the region and the market. So this is how the financial and the KPIs cover the main important metrics like net sales, gross margin percentage and net profit. So here we can see though our gross margin looks good, the net profit is negative. So despite a healthy gross margin, the company is operating at a net loss, suggesting significant expenses or inefficiency. So we need to look at the high operating expenses. So the recommendations will be investigate expense breakdown and analyze the debt structure. Next we'll go to the sales view. So in sales view, I have uh, a detailed breakdown of net sales by region, product, customer and time period. So let's look at it. So this is the sales view. Here if I see by markets, then India is the biggest market, and then we have followed by US. Here India's gross margin is good as well as the net sales is good, and even the US net sales and gross margin is good. Then followed by we have South Korea and Canada, China. These are emerging markets. And as you see in Asia Pacific APAC region, we have more market. And we have given the customer performance with respect to net sales and gross margin to understand how customers are performing, and even the product performance we have given with respect to net sales and gross margin. Here if we see this, so net sales we are achieving this much, but to achieve this many net sales we are giving this much pre-invoice and post-invoice. So we are giving a lot considerable amount of pre-invoice and post-invoice deductions. So from this, the donut chart shows that for certain customers, net sales account for 56% and the post-invoice and pre-invoice discounts represent the remaining amount. So we observe that a reasonable portion of the sales is retained after applying discounts. So the immediate action would be we have to refine the discount strategy. We have to try to reduce the post-invoice discount and focus on value-based selling. But at the same time, we should track the discount trends to stay competitive without compromising on the profitability. Now we'll go to marketing view, and marketing view I have tried to capture and track product level net profit and highlight how COGS and operational expenses influence profitability. So this is my marketing view. Here you can see the product with higher demand is notebook, and then higher sales is notebook, and then followed by peripherals. And here I've given product wise performance, and here I have given the region wise performance. And before we have observed for Asia Pacific region the net sales is more, and here the notebook as you can see in the graph, the notebook's net sales is more. And here you can see this is the gross margin, but the operating expenses are taking considerable amount of net profit, which we need to revise and check. So when I checked only the notebook category, I see the business laptop, gaming laptops and personal laptop. So the net sales of the gaming laptop is also more because the gaming laptop is in higher costly side, and then we have personal laptops also. But the net profit made on gaming laptops is less compared to the personal laptops, because the gaming laptops cost will it will also take a lot of cost to manufacture. And next we'll go, and this is the marketing view. In marketing view, you can see the top contributing product is notebook. So I have tried to check how the market share of laptops is there. So yeah, you can see the personal laptops has the highest market share, then the gaming laptop, followed by business laptop, and then personal desktop. So the gaming laptop is coming, the personal laptop is coming first, after that it is the gaming laptop. Next we'll go to the supply chain view. In supply chain view, I have tried to capture the main metrics like forecast accuracy percentage, net error percentage and absolute errors across customers, products and segments to monitor demand planning effectiveness. So this is my supply chain view. No, supply chain view is this, but I'll first explain what metrics I've used and why they have been used. So here I have calculated the net error, which is the actual value minus the forecasted value. I have the data forecast of 2022, and from that I have tried to understand the net error or calculate the net error. So net error will tell you whether if it is positive, then we have overestimated the demand. If it is negative, we have underestimated demand. Whereas the absolute error, it will measure not only the direction, it doesn't measure the direction, but it measures the magnitude of the error, like how far we have, what are the predictions of us are relevant. So the forecast accuracy percentage tells how well your forecasts match the actual values. For this we have used this absolute error here. So here that is what I have given for each customer, the forecast accuracy percentage and its last year, and the net error and the risk. So net error I have calculated with respect to forecast quantity, and the risk I calculated, I categorized as excess inventory if net error is positive, out of stock if net error is negative. In supply chain management, forecast accuracy, net error and absolute error are essential for optimizing inventory levels, reducing costs and improving demand planning. So this is my supply chain view, and here I have given key metrics by customer, here I have given by product. So when I check deeply into the product, I check if for the notebook laptop, because it is the highest demand product, then I see the business laptop and the personal laptop, we have good demand fulfillment. The accuracy, forecast accuracy is very good. But after that, I've checked peripherals, which are high demand products after notebooks, and I observed a consistent under forecasting. Like if you see the graphic card forecast accuracy compared to last year, it is reduced very much. So this is a top priority for intervention, and we need to get to the right people to understand why this happened. And then graphic cards also we have underestimated, so we need to immediately get in touch with the right people to understand what is the reason behind it, and then follow according to the next strategic plan. Then we have an executive view. So here in executive view, I have used we have the company's market share data. So I have used more the company's market share data, and try to provide a strategic high level snapshot of the company's market position across key subzones, products and customers. So you can see across the subzones I have given the AtliQ's market share, and India it is more. And then in these subzones the market share is like this. And here I have given the overview how this PC market and P&A division by division, network and storage, peripheral and accessory and PC, and we have the more market with PC. Here we can see like how we are selling. So the retailers selling we are getting more. And here I can see compared to other competitors in the market, how AtliQ is performing. So we can see that AtliQ has tried to capture market share in 2021 and 2022 very well. And here I have given the top customers and product with respect to net sales, gross margin, and with respect to the revenue contribution. So this is the figure which I have given here. So this figure captures all the necessary metrics and with respect to AtliQ's market share. So here you see the net profit is reducing, and this is the gross margin percentage, and this is the AtliQ's market share. While AtliQ's market share and net sales are expected to grow in 2022, net profit percentage is declining, highlighting a need to improve cost efficiency or margin protection to sustain financial health. So altogether, this project brought together all key aspects of the business and taught me how to tailor dashboards for different stakeholders to maximize usability and relevance. I realized that dashboards and data visualizations are not just tools for reporting. They are tools for discovery. They don't just give answers. They prompt new critical questions that lead to deeper understanding. For example, when I analyzed the sales dashboard, it helped me raise important questions, and with that important questions, I tried to get in touch with regional teams to adjust pricing and launch targeted marketing campaigns. So ultimately, the project showed me how well-designed dashboards drive actionable insights and strategic conversations across business. I would like to thank the Code Basics teams for this wonderful project. Thank you.